UK tourists have done it again. There's been over 300,000 tourists from the United Kingdom came through these gates in January this year. Now, that is not the big number. The big number is the fact that there has been over 1 million people came through Alicante Airport in the January. The fact that the number has been so big is a record for January. Alicante Airport has broke records in January, broke the 1 million mark. But the big number for a lot of people is the fact that 300,000 of them were from the United Kingdom. We see a lot of messages on here, people saying, I'd never go to Spain. Stop going to Spain, it's a terrible country. Well, the fact is, over 300,000 came in January alone, and it's not just that. The Valencian region has seen an increase in people employed in the tourism industry, in the hotel industry. Over 300,000 people are now employed in the sector in the Alicante region, well, the Valencian region, all the way down to Cabo Roig, all the way up to Denair, up to Valencia. It's a massive number. It's an increase of over 23,000 people have got employment in the sector. Now, the big number obviously is the fact that these people are employed, which is great, and the Spanish economy is one of the better economies in Europe. But the big number for me is obviously that 300,000 people came from the UK in January, and especially at a time when there was a lot of negativity and a lot of false information about people going back home from the UK. I'm just not seeing those numbers at all. To think about it, this airport had over 1 million people come through its doors just in January alone. And Alicante Airport has put out information that they're going to expand the airport again. Now, these terminals can only take so much. Will they take down the old terminal building? For many people, many people, this is where it all started in their trips to Benidorm and coming in through Alicante Airport back in the day. Will this terminal now be demolished to make sure that it's added on to the brand new terminal over there? It's not really a new terminal, but the fact that they are investing even more money to regenerate this and get more passengers into Alicante Airport more than ever can only be a good thing for tourism. So the fact is, Alicante Airport seen a 10.3% rise in people coming into the airport, to the Costa Blanca, which is massive numbers. Those were people from the UK, were also people from the Netherlands and Belgium. They were the biggest people that were coming into the Alicante area. And what it also does do is it's not just the people that work at the airport, it's not just the people that work at the hotels, and it's not just people that work in the hospitality industry that are also making out of it. There are places like this all around Alicante Airport where people park their cars, people that have holiday homes in the area, people that have property in the area that go back and forward from their respective countries. It's a massive industry that creates employment also. So it can all be good for the Costa Blanca. And to all the negative people out there that's saying that they'll never go back to the UK, they'll never go back to Spain. Last year, more Brits than ever flew through Alicante Airport to come into the Costa Blanca. Spain's always going to be a destination, and people blame Spain for a lot of things. But the fact is the people for the UK voted Brexit and they wanted outside the EU. That's their bone and their thing to pick about now. I mean, I've been out it for 5 years now, so it doesn't really interest me or worry me one bit whatsoever. So if you're thinking about coming to Spain, the Costa Blanca is still up there. And let's face it, today it is 20 degrees in February, clear blue skies, and that massive red thing in the sky that you may not see a lot of in the UK. I don't want to rub it in, but it's absolutely fantastic. And it's a great way of life. And the fact that still so many people are trying to get visas to come to the UK, come from the UK to stay in Spain, only says one thing, that it is still a country that has mass appeal to the people of UK, and it's great to see that UK tourism is still leading the way. And Spain doesn't need the UK money. There's a lot of people who said to me, oh, Spain would be nothing without the UK money. There's only 300,000 people came from the UK out of 1 million into this airport in January. 700,000 people came from other countries. Kind of puts it into perspective when people from the UK think that they're the be-all and end-all to tourism in Spain, doesn't it? And then there are car hire companies up and down the coast that make an absolute fortune off of tourism also. There's one thing that's for sure. The Costa Blanca and this airport has come a long, long way since tourism really kicked off in this area. As you hear a plane going overhead, I've got to say, I never thought I'd be in this area. Never really wanted to move to this area, but we're here and it is fantastic. Will the old Terminal 2 building be redeveloped? Watch this space. There's one thing for sure, the fact that they're investing so much money in the parking facilities here for the long-term parking facilities, there's only going to be one thing, and it's going to be an increase in number. That's what they're projecting. And on that note, I hope you've enjoyed this video about Alicante Airport and the fact that British tourists, UK tourists, have been doing it again. Made me smile. On that note, hasta luego.